Hello, hello. Okay, there is a bit of delay, I guess. There is a bit of delay. Okay, here is it. Here is it. Okay, there is a bit of delay, I guess. There is a bit of delay. Done. It's working, yes. Okay. What we are gonna do is Pomodoro live study on this monitor, like this monitor, the which you are seeing now. This would be used as my motion page. I would take notes on this, and this monitor. This is my second monitor, which is this one, and this top here. This is my monitor here. Yeah, I hope you understand. So let's start. Let's start by opening my Google emails to check if there's any mails. My day just started. Not much going on here. We should go to Yodel. And on this page, we should go to motion. We'll be writing code here. So let me just change screen. I hope the screen is changed. Yes. Hotkeys do work, guys. So let me start off by playing my lectures. Today I will do this. मेरा कोर्स देना भाई. Hello. What is the way to put this in front? Oh. बाबा पाण्याची मोटर लावा. This is much better, I guess. One minute. Doesn't matter. This is much better. You can see. Mm, mm. Nah, there is no problem in it, I guess. Let me just see if I can blur my background so that this shit won't come on screen. Let me show. That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. Only I am in focus, बाकी सब blur. Nice one. Okay, Firefox खुला है यहाँ पे. Okay, let me just make it go away. Ah. Now you can see there is no logo. It's a good thing for us, man. So I can just go to full screen, which is Control to F. Hello everyone. This is Sarma. Let me just try one more thing with this. Add a new scene. Clear. No logo. Okay. Now it's clear. This is great, man. It's great. I hope you can listen to me. Let me check my mics. Mics. Properties. Microphone, camo. Yeah, that works. Obviously. That's nice. I'm planning to get a microphone. परफ्यूम पाहिजे ठीक आहे
Guess what time it is? YouTube in different thermoelectric builds. I'm talking about these rather exotic, miniaturized, low power, low voltage, mini thermoelectric pelleted. So let's use my homemade dual digital temperature data logger to choose one of these from the deck and see how long it takes to freeze some water on this polished piece of copper. And let's start with my favorite model of mini thermoelectric cooler, the Tech 1-04906. Add a little bit on here, followed by a 2-ounce polished copper disc. Let's add the second temperature probe so we can see the cold side temperature too. And then just add water. With our little ponds now formed, I'm going to turn on the fans, and then turn on the cooler. In a couple of minutes, because of how much copper there is, that top temperature is going to be negative. I think something's happening. I'm gonna poke it. That is solid. That is solid. That's solid. Negative 0.8 degrees so far, but we made it to negative 20 degrees in the video that's gonna be coming out soon. So let's turn this off and wait for it to warm up just enough so I can slide it right off that copper disc. There we go. Thermoelectric ice. Nice. Guess what time it is? That's right. Thermoelectric cooling.
Get the app today.
Get it? Looks like you all this is live.
I know! Shop now.
Sale is live. Shop now. Amazing.
Dude, you're so lucky. You're so lucky you get so much freedom. Meanwhile, me, look, I have to spend so much time in school. I have to prepare for exams, I have to do this, I have to do that. And the main difference between the school, like the traditional school children and homeschooling children, the school children show like a lot of stress. They're constantly worried.
I'm gonna watch this on the laptop. After this, we'll start. Oh shit, my headphones. Sorry for that. But I know for a fact that no one's watching. So it's
independence, freedom and creativity.
इंडिपेंडेंस, फ्रीडम एंड क्रिएटिविटी. इंडिपेंडेंस भी है, फ्रीडम भी है. इन केस पहली बार आपको समझ नहीं आया, दोनों. आई थिंक इट्स हिपस्टर्स. इट्स फॉर हिपस्टर्स. I'm saying it's totally free, right? You have to do you have to spend no money. Am I right?
No,
No? Why?
you gotta spend some money.
Homeschooling is total time pass.
No. No. Let's just share a hot take.
Hot take with Isha.
Yeah.
Hello guys, welcome back to CBFE. So in another video we spoke to the mothers of these amazing homeschool gentlemen. तो मैंने कहा अगर moms से बात कर रहे हैं तो we should also talk to them directly and figure out what homeschooling is. So please say hello to my 3 new friends. So first things first, guys, please introduce yourselves and tell me कि आप लोगों की life में homeschooling क्या है? What does it look like and how is it maybe hopefully different for the three of you?
Hi, I'm Ishan. I'm 13. Homeschooling for me is customization. Like, you learn what you want to learn and you dive deep into it. And what you don't want to learn, you don't learn.
For example, what do you learn and what do you not learn?
Like, I like science, I like technology. And Hindi is something that I don't like to learn. So I don't do it.
You don't do only.
Yeah.
But you're learning some other languages apart from English?
No.
Nothing. Only English is going on, right?
Yes.
Okay. And science and technology. So what is science and technology in deep dive? What does that look like?
I find online resources. I look at them, I read them, I watch them. I try to apply them in real life.
So for example, what resources do you use?
I use YouTube videos. I use articles, actual papers
Oh, okay.
written by preeminent scientists. I read them. I try to analyze them. I try to understand them.
Anything like recent? What have you read that you want to
I
share?
am currently working on CFD simulations.
Okay.
That is called computerized fluid dynamics.
Computerized fluid dynamics.
Yes.
So what does that mean?
It is used to simulate airflow around buildings, around objects,
Oh, okay.
like wind tunnels.
So you're reading papers about this set?
Yeah, and I am doing it.
Okay. And you're doing what?
And I'm doing CFD.
How?
There are applications to do in which you can do it.
So you can get those softwares and you can
Yes,
experiment
yes.
with that. What else is happening with you in homeschooling?
Maths.
Acha, maths you're also doing. Okay.
Yeah, I mean like extremely high level maths.
Hmm.
It's some maths which is taught in colleges. I'm doing it right now to prepare for different exams.
Oh, okay. What exams are you preparing?
There are many such exams for like informatics and computational thinking, which require a different kind of maths that very few people in traditional schooling do.
Acha, okay, these are special exams that you have signed up for
Yes,
and are trying to do.
yes.
Okay, got it. But this is supposed to test your mathematical ability
Yes,
and at a very advanced level.
very advanced.
Okay, got it. What else are you doing? What else is
I am.
happening in a common day for Ishan?
I play the piano.
Oh, okay, nice.
I play different pieces. I'm preparing for Trinity Grade 5,
Nice. Okay.
and I like to cycle. I like to.
What does fun look like?
Fun looks like either cycling or listening to music or occasionally gaming.
So my name is Akshaj. I'm 15 years old, and for me, homeschooling just means like independence of doing whatever you want, whenever you want, with the end goal of learning something new. So
These people are so well articulated, man. When I was 15, I still can't frame sentence properly. These people are they are very well articulated. I hope I will become someone like them one day. I'm 18. I'm still figuring out how to frame sentences properly. So yes, yeah, I'll do it. So after this video, we'll do webdev. आएगा कॉफी भेटेगा का? No response. That is okay, man.
like even like when I was studying for 10th, I was studying on my own throughout the day whenever I get the time, and I had to study quite less than what just children in school were studying. So like time wise, I was getting a lot more freedom to explore other extracurricular stuff.
This is even while you were preparing for 10th
Yes.
standard? How come syllabus तो same होता है कि हमारे पास time कम कैसे?
One thing could be because I was learning quite fast and I was learning by myself, so I did not have to like wait for others to catch up.
अच्छा.
Unlike in schools, yeah.
So you just finished your course.
Finished my course, yeah.
What else are you doing in homeschooling? What's your day like?
I am currently doing a diploma in visual communication.
Visual communication.
Yeah,
What does
so
that mean?
that includes all of applied arts and commercial arts. So photography, videography, graphic design, typography, art, all of that stuff.
Nice. Achha, I think I saw you sketching also.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. What else do you do in the day?
Even
Now
I
that you're not
play-
going to school for 7 hours a day, what do you fill that
I
time with?
play a lot of music instruments. I am
Okay.
preparing for guitar Trinity Grade 3 and drums Trinity Grade 7. So I practice those quite a bit. And again, time to time I game. Of course, drawing is a part of it.
You guys know each other from before, right? So do you game together also sometimes?
No, not yet.
What different games?
Yeah.
What do you play?
Multiple games. I can't say all.
I just play Valorant. It's a
Valorant.
yeah, it's a popular FPS game. In music also, these guitar and drums, these are the two which I'm learning formally. I also like play keyboard from time to time, and I'm also learning djembe.
Djembe, acha.
Yeah,
bongo
the
thing.
African drum. Yeah.
Nice. That happens in drum circles a lot. Man.
Yeah.
I've been to those.
So I visit those quite a bit whenever they are there. And yeah.
Hi, I'm Agastya. I'm 13 years old. So, a normal day in homeschooling for me is basically self-studying.
Ah! Huh? He has pissed me off so much. काय बोल ना? Oh. ಹೇಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗದ Okay. I was just controlling volume, guys. Don't think I'm Tony Stark.
Shiksha. So I need to learn by myself, like through YouTube videos. Maybe like supposing I'm solving a past paper, I get stuck. I can ask my parents for help, or if they're busy doing something, then I can always just look up a YouTube video or look up the mark scheme and see like where am I going wrong, what am I doing wrong. So yeah, it's a great way of learning. Then that way you can understand the concepts better. You can easily understand your mistakes. You can also sometimes while doing so, you can maybe link some real life applications, like what can you do with this.
And what are your interests apart from the usual that school kids get to do? What else are you exploring?
I usually play sports like tennis and swimming, but my main goal is to become a surgeon.
Okay.
So mainly right now I'm focusing on doing my 11th and 12th grade, get good marks, go to a great college, and then go for NEET.
That's the main sort of
That's
path.
the main path, the
तुमने भी
main
सोच रखा है
goal.
क्या कि क्या करना है कॉलेज में?
Not very clear, but mostly I will be doing design, like bachelor's in design and then master's in design. But then which major and all that I've not decided yet.
And can you just help me understand? So you're 15 and you both are 13, right?
Yeah.
So 10th standard ke exams usually is at this age. Am I right? 15, 16 pe देते हैं ना
yeah.
usually. So have you guys already given the 10th standard exams?
I've given.
I haven't.
You finished 10th.
We
Yes.
both have given.
You've both given and you haven't yet. Have you registered already or not really
No.
planning yet?
I'm not planning yet. I have plans.
Later, 2-3 years later. But you will probably give it
I will have it.
eventually.
Not, yeah, eventually.
And which board did you do?
I gave NIOS board.
And you?
IGCSE.
Acha, you did. Okay. So what subjects did you take in the
I took English, Science and Technology, Maths.
science and technology? This is not the usual.
No, it includes the physics, chemistry, bio. All.
There also. Okay.
And I took psychology and painting.
So your 10th standard CBSE board exam had painting, psychology, science and
NIOS
technology. It was CBSE, you know.
No, it's a different board, completely different board.
But the syllabus isn't the same as the CBSE.
Syllabus is also different.
So where does the syllabus for this come from?
It's coming directly from the like NIOS head, and then they send their own books and all.
Oh, it's different from the
Different,
NCERT
yeah.
curriculum.
And they have like way more independence in how you can give your exams. So the reason I was able to give 1 year earlier is because they have an option to split your 10th and 12th into 2 years, and then the mark sheet will come as one. So you can give 10 first 3 subjects this year, and then next 3 next year, and then together all 6 subjects will come in one mark sheet.
So for my IGCSE, I had taken physics, mathematics, chemistry, biology, and English, and I have continued this through my
In a very strange way, you guys are doing homeschooling, but you're also keeping those board test results in mind, and you're also getting those done by the way.
Those are mandatory basically.
वो करना ही करना है क्योंकि कॉलेज जाना ही है. अगर सर्जन बनना है, डिज़ाइन करना है, तो you have to do it. You have some options in mind for college?
For college, yeah, I think.
I mean university.
I know. First of all, undergraduate stuff I want to do in India itself.
Okay.
So like I'm thinking some IIT as normal.
Some sort of engineering.
Some engineering college. Ideally IIT.
So उसके लिए भी again you can need those certificates to sit for the exam, right? The eligibility.
Yes.
So tell me guys, what is your opinion on homeschooling right now? How many of you were into normal schools before that? All 3 of you went to normal schools, and then you decided to. तो वो मतलब now how do you feel about this decision?
So personally, I feel like it was the best decision of my life. I got so much freedom. I got so much customization of my subjects. It was a literal living hell.
In school?
Heaven.
Oh, heaven, and
Yeah.
you left hell.
No. School was not hell. Okay. Again, yeah, this is heaven, but school was not even hell. It was great. The teachers were teaching me great. I was making friends. It's just that if someone in the school was falling behind, we would have to wait for them to catch up. Oh yeah, I could go at my own pace. My mom would teach me. I would understand. I would learn by myself. So there was nothing stopping me. There were no limiting factors over here.
Yeah, even I feel the same, because in school all teachers will do is just they'll read you from the textbook, so you can just read it yourself. And again, there are a lot of variables depending, like if they'll complete the portion in time. So like if they miss a couple of classes, or they are re-explaining some stuff which you have already understood, you can just do it yourself and clear it all out. So it's much faster. And again, the same, we have a lot of independence, and like you can choose what subjects you want to study, what you want to get deeper into.
So it's worked out nicely. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Or both of them.
Anything you guys miss from school, like that you wish if that could be added to your homeschooling experience?
In the breaks when you and your friends go to the canteen and sit and chit chat and eat together. I mean, I love that. But that was the best part of school. I mean, socialization of course happens in homeschooling, but in school socializing is actually a bit more effective.
Okay.
Because you're forced to spend a time together. Eventually, friendships are formed.
Forced to sit together for so long, then you have to be friends. That makes sense actually. Do you guys feel the same way? Like this school ka friends part was the best part?
Yeah, compared to everything else.
Supposing you go to a club or a park to play a sport or do something.
Where are you meeting your friends right now? What's your normal?
So at tennis, I go to meet my friends. While swimming, I meet my friends. So yeah, there are many places I can meet my friends. Also, there's a big homeschooling community where you can.
Do you guys hang out also among the kids with
Yeah.
the homeschooling?
Yes.
Yes.
How often does that happen?
At
Pretty
least
often.
once a month.
It happens pretty often, but after COVID, it kind of went down.
Yeah, I go to a lot of different classes, so like tennis and again my college and all. So I have those separate groups, and then there are children in our building, and then multiple other workshops and like seminars I was able to attend because I have so much time. I met a lot of different people.
So you do meet. So I'm trying to understand what he's saying, and you guys agree also कि मतलब you still kind of miss the school का friends वाला environment, right? So what is lacking then? मतलब you're meeting everybody. You just wish you had more time with them overall. Is that what it is?
No, it's just that in school, it's like you had no choice, but you had to meet your friends every day. Here, like all of them have freedom. Ki we'll meet tomorrow, maybe.
Okay. I mean you're living.
You can plan it.
You're living the adult life. In my life ये होता है कि हम दोस्तों से बोलते रहते हैं कि मिलेंगे और फिर हम मिलते हैं नहीं मिलते हैं आज
Depends.
नहीं कल next weekend. So you're already having that.
There's also the fact or the parental competitiveness over here. Like there's a lot of stress of like
Competition.
competition between parents,
Yeah.
which brings stress on the students,
Yeah.
which can make it hard for them to learn.
So are you seeing this happen in your friends who are going to normal
Yeah.
school? मतलब क्या दिखता है?
I've heard that this is happening, but I can't.
You've not seen it yourself.
yet.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. Like they don't even like want to go outside the house. Arey, like I don't want to come. I want to study. I have to study because I have this exam, that exam. And then whenever they meet me, it's like what they're doing right now. I've already completed some months ago.
I haven't seen it personally, but my friends claim to have seen.
This idea, this stressful
You know,
environment.
like the parental competition.
हाँ वो तो चलो, you were not hanging out with the parents, but among the kids, do you feel competition? Are they
Yes.
also competing with each
Yes,
other?
yes.
Less educational
Less-
and more like social.
Social competition, like you know, dog. It's a dog eat dog world.
मतलब किस चीज़ में, like gadgets में,
Gadgets
कपड़ों में,
में.
किस में?
Everything.
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 Marks, gadgets,
Mostly
photos,
marks.
course marks.
Mostly marks and sports.
नहीं पर इसमें तो चलो अगर sports और ये सारी में तो तुम भी involved हो गए, right? Are you also being able to exit that because you're homeschooling? No, I'm sure you're in the same boat as them in those respects. कि यार मेरे कपड़े ज़्यादा अच्छे नहीं हैं. Whatever. Is that different for homeschool? I don't think so, isn't it? Like you're meeting these kids in the
Social
evening.
competition doesn't occur as much in homeschooling.
Why?
Yeah.
Because in school it occurs every day for half of the day.
Hmm.
Well, like here, even if it does occur, it occurs only like once a week, maybe for like couple of hours when you're meeting them.
And then you kind of let it go.
Yeah.
Are you on social media?
Yes.
All of you?
I only have WhatsApp.
On your WhatsApp to social media?
I'm on Discord. I'm on Reddit.
I'm also on Discord. I'm on Twitter
I'm
as
on
well.
Discord. I'm on
What do you-
Instagram.
What are you guys using on Discord? What?
I just, to be honest, I've just kept my Discord. I don't do much with it. WhatsApp, I only have like my it's now family contacts, and then since now I'm in college, I also have my teachers' contacts.
Okay, right.
The school, the college group.
But you're all using YouTube, right? YouTube to
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And you're not.
Who doesn't use YouTube?
But देख कई घरों में मना है यार. Like some people don't like that.
Put limit and all. So
Yes.
And what about
Because
Instagram?
to be
Instagram, I
Instagram.
don't have. I don't have it.
I don't use Instagram.
So
I use Instagram to post my art and guitar
Oh,
stuff.
nice, awesome.
So like my mom asked me if I want Instagram, but I thought of it like something like I would get addicted to, and I didn't want that.
Are you seeing something like that in your friends? Are they on social
Yes.
media?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot more than
a
us.
lot.
One of my friends is absolutely addicted to reels and shorts. That's all he talks about now. What shorts he watched, what he found funny in them. Like all he talks about is funny shorts.
तो वो क्यों?
Okay. आपको
What's your
Leave
pitch?
it's distracting. Just looking forward here.
But you put the sunglasses on so I can't see when you look.
That's the point, sister.
I just got this dress today.
Ah, it's a keeper.
I've never worn yellow before on the show.
I didn't even notice it was yellow.
What's your
Leave
pitch?
it.
is there a difference in you guys, your experiences and their experiences that leads to more or less social media usage?
I think homeschooling makes you think more practically when watching YouTube videos. Like you're gonna watch better, high quality videos.
Because you're looking for something specific?
Yes. And instead of scrolling through in reels or shorts. I mean, of course, it does happen, but it's not as common as it does with traditional school.
Mother, you guys are saying that you're going onto YouTube for a very specific problem that you need solved, right?
Yeah, like questions being answered.
As opposed to just entertainment.
Yes, yes.
There it is again, because of school they don't get access to the mobile that much, and because everybody around them has such active like internet and social media life, even they want to like join in.
It's a domino effect.
I have a big question for you guys. Who is homeschooling for and who is it not for?
Homeschooling, like the student requires a lot of dedication. They need to know what they need to do. They need to do the research on which board they want to do. It could be like IGCSE and iOS. So yeah, they need a lot of dedication and they need a lot of motivation too. And of course, the parents also need to do their job, because homeschooling also involves like the parents teaching the student. It's not just the self-studies, to like clear up basic concepts.
How much time does your family maybe spend with you on an average in a week, like when you need help for studies?
Like my mom sits with me throughout, like while solving a paper or anything. Like she'll just sit there, like she'll just be there, you know.
Yeah. She's doing her own thing, but she's there.
She's there, you know, teaching me, like making me understand. Sometimes like if my mom doesn't understand, then I could go to my dad, who will explain it to me better. This happens especially in physics and maths.
Right. That's his forte.
Yeah, special.
So what's again, in a week, how much time do you think your mom and dad might give you? You will need from them.
I don't know, like it depends on what subject.
What's the maximum amount of time you've ever sat with your mom where she's actively teaching you, not doing her own?
Once like we were doing some studies, like some basic concepts, like clearing up some basic concepts that I was not understanding. So I feel like a big amount of, I can't really name the time that she spent with me. I don't know.
Okay, let's say there is a homeschooling parent, somebody who's considering this idea.
Yeah.
And they're watching this and
Yeah.
they're wondering, yaar, बच्चों को कितना time देना पड़ेगा?
Yeah.
I also have a job, my husband has a job, my wife has a job, whatever.
मुझे तो बॉदर करना लोगों ने छोड़ दिया था, लेकिन दे यूज टू बॉदर माई सन, बट इवेंचुअली ही लर्न के यू नो व्हाट अंकल यू कैन गूगल इट.
I just want to know कि क्या होम स्कूलिंग बच्चे awkward और weird निकलते हैं या
Me and my husband, we have always chosen path which is less traveled. And we have suffered also because of that, but we are happy.
The homeschooling mom is not just homeschooling mom. वो स्कूल के करिकुलम क्यूरेटर से लेके प्यून तक सब काम करती है.
Like आप आधा घंटा दे दो, but that should be like you are fully focused on the child.
right मतलब आपका
Fuck off. I'm doing coding.
And then write lorem and just say 6 and then go ahead and hit the tab. Now I will walk you through what this is and I will walk you through with the documentation of it, but most of the things you don't need to worry. You will learn on the go in this lecture itself. Go ahead and hit the tab key. But remember, don't hit the space and then tab. It doesn't work like that. And if you have cleared a space or everything, now it's not going to work with the tab. It needs to be all in the one flow. So once you hit the 6 here and you see some suggestions which says emit everywhere. go ahead and hit the tab, and this will be nice. So in this case, I don't have to write manually hello world and all these things. I can focus on what this h1 tag does, and there is some content in it, and precisely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's what I said. 6 words of lorem ipsum, which is a boilerplate text, and goes inside this one. Now similar to this, I can go ahead and say there could be an h2 tag, and yes, you guessed it right. You can write lorem, let's just say 5 words, you want 5 words, go ahead and get that. Similarly, you can have an h4, and you can say, hey,
13, 5, and then I stay up and then go back to sleep. And then wake up at 8. I wake up, like, if I wake up at 7, I go and yell at my parents who are not waking me up at 6. I'm happy if I wake up at 7. I stay awake at some night time, weekend day, night time, early morning, when she was like, it's organized organization. We know what we are doing, but somebody else will say that the path is clear. To my friends, I've seen them organize chaos. Like every day is new or something different. But some thing is enough.
You have a vision of why where things will go.
Yeah.
I was kind of that.
I mean, like, depends on each child, I feel. Depends.
I mean, these cars today cost more than a house. Price tag might seem crazy.
If you see Rolls Royce, you know it's a Rolls Royce. This car was purchased by ABC Television as a gift to Johnny Cash for 1969. The American, the man in black, and this gentleman here, Johnny Cash was a number.
1960, we call him getting over the pistol.
microscope versus a $250 microscope. The $4 microscope attaches to a phone with a clip. It uses the phone's camera to take a picture.
What type of doctor do other doctors dislike? As an emergency physician for 15 years, I can tell you without hesitation, it's the dermatologists. I'm not talking.
Before robbing the bank, the thieves thoroughly scrub their bodies clean to ensure no skin particles fall at the scene. They put on bulletproof vests, then wipe down the magazines with disinfectant. The bullets must also be wiped to leave no fingerprints. Behind afterward, they don masks resembling nuns. Exit their vehicle ready to rob the bank. Unexpectedly, there's a police officer across the street. The officer watches them continuously. The atmosphere suddenly becomes tense. The officer doesn't want. Trouble pretends not to see anything. The operation continues. The robbers quickly storm into the bank, take control of all staff present, then lock the bank's main doors, take keys from the security guard and order everyone to lie on the floor command, then to hand over their phones, which are destroyed in a water tank. Next, they make the bank manager open the vault. Due to her nervousness, she fails. Several attempts, experienced bank robbers know it's important to comfort hostages at this point. The manager calms down, successfully enters the password after opening the vault door. The robbers unlock the safe with keys, take billions in cash. Meanwhile, their accomplice quickly removes the security hard drive, placing it in a microwave to heat. Just then, someone outside wants to withdraw money. The urgent knocking instantly makes the robbers tense. They point their guns at the door. At this moment, the manager secretly triggers the alarm with her foot, unaware that the robbers see everything. The manager is terrified the robbers don't harm her, but urge their accomplice to leave quickly. The robber responsible for cleaning the scene begins pouring large amounts of disinfectant, destroying all evidence, then takes the manager hostage. They drive away quickly after escaping the robbers, remove their masks and sigh with relief, seeing the manager's fear robber. Nick feels somewhat guilty after all, they're robbers, not killers, so after confirming no police are following, they release the manager unexpectedly when the robbers prepare to divide the money. Jack produces the manager's identification. The manager, lives in the neighboring district they might encounter and recognize them on the street to prevent future problems. Jack decides to eliminate her. He grabs the ID from his hand and says he'll handle it the next day. He finds the manager wanting to test if she recognizes him, but unexpectedly falls in love. They have many common topics, talking from day until night from restaurant to bedroom. Nick falls hopelessly in love the next day. He tells Jack he wants to quit. Jack becomes extremely angry, feeling betrayed. Nick feels bad for his brother, so decides to do one last job before retiring the next day during the operation. Something unexpected happens. Before robbing the bank, the thieves
For people who have dated rich people, what did you learn? I dated a guy whose family owned 3 yachts. On our first date, he picked me up in a car worth more than my parents' house. I was wearing my nicest dress, the one I bought on sale at Target for my cousin's wedding. He said I looked beautiful, but I caught him staring at my shoes. They were scuffed. I tried to cover it with black marker. 3 months in, he invited me to his family's beach house for the weekend.
Welcome to Bizarre Buildings in London. This is Strata SE1 Sunroom. It's 148 meters tall, over 8 Francis. Boris Johnson was nicknamed the list, while others say it looks overnice. At the time it was built, Strata SE1 was the tallest residential building in London. The tower has won several awards, including a less flat one, the Carbuncle Cup, a yearly prize from Building Design magazine for the ugliest building completed in the UK that year. The 3 turbines are designed to generate 50 megawatt-hours of electricity, enough to power about 8% of the building's energy needs. For context, that's enough to run a washing machine 25,000 times. And the turbines actually worked, but they were shut down almost immediately when construction finished. Apparently, they created loud noise and vibrations throughout the building. I like them. You know that's up.
हीरो तो लगते हैं हमारे देवर जी। मेरी तो किस्मत ही खराब थी जो आपसे शादी की। पहले पता होता एक दूसरी शादी कर लेती।
As a software developer, how often do you leave a backboard in code? I once left a backboard on hand.
We were discussing wills and inheritances in the break room today, and one of the boys brought up that he heard if you pay someone in your family, you're supposed to leave them something. Literally anything, even if it's just like 1 penny, so that they can't sue and say you just forgot them. And one of the other boys said, why wouldn't you just say like, I specifically do not leave anything to this person? And one of the girls piped up, no, leave them 1 penny. It's a bigger for you. And then she paused and goes, no, wait, tell them that you leave them everything in the box you buried in the woods. And they have to go find it and dig it up. Then they can have everything in it, but it's just 1 penny. And because I am a writer and thinking of wild things to have happen is part of the writing job description, I'm now looking up from my computer where I was currently writing a story. Said, I mean, you hate them, right? And I looked up and everyone was looking at me. And the girl, who FYI is a apparently there's an evolutionary theory that the reason why Africa has so much wild big megafauna while the biggest megafauna on the other continents went extinct is because they evolved right beside humans and knew us well enough to not get hunted into extinction. So while everything from giant koalas to giant sloths barely has the time to think, what the fuck is that before getting people?